Right, everyone, welcome to another episode of the Team-Stirr Show, aka Stewart Talk, also known as Borges in the Bunker. Welcome everyone. This is your host with the most, Brother Daniel Borges. God bless you all. God bless America. God bless this union. God bless the working man. God bless everyone out there who is trying to, whether you're in a union or not, trying to make ends meet, try to feed your family. God bless you all. Today is Sunday, August the 27th. I will be posting this as soon as it's done. Let me read the CYAs and then we can get on with this show. The facts, dates, and events presented in this video are from the members' best recollection and may not be fully accurate. This video is intended for entertainment purposes only. Always consult with your local union about your rights and duties at your workplace. The opinions shared on this video are my own, Daniel Borges, and do not necessarily represent my employer's positions, strategies, or opinions. All views shared are protected under the National Labor Relations Act. Okay, again, welcome everyone. Hope everyone is having a great weekend. Also, congratulations to Zuckerman and O'Brien for having their accomplishments done. They accomplished what they wanted to get done, and not everything went the way it should have, but they got their contract done, and congratulations to you guys. And I'll have my views on it before, after we get done a couple of things. So one thing to note is that union meeting. There is a union meeting. Where is the posting? There is a union meeting. Sunday, September 17th, 9 a.m., Knights of Columbus, 1034 Jeanette Avenue, Union, New Jersey. So everyone, please try to attend. We're there to discuss union business. Not for cheerleading. You want to cheer? Go ahead and cheer. But people who don't want to cheer and want to voice their concerns are very much allowed to. Even if people on the executive board are telling you to say certain things or texting you while we're having the meeting. If they're telling you to do these things, refrain from it. Refrain from it, because this is my understanding that this is what goes on. This is why we have the issues that we have at these meetings, because people don't want to hear myself or other people talk against their positions and the things that they do. So, at the end of the day, we're going to continue to do what we do, whether people like it or not. So, I'll discuss that some other time. So, one thing I wanted to discuss real quick is going to the SPD real quick. I have yet to even get a response back about where are the allocations for the pension and the health care. The SPD did not have the health care. I remember Bob mentioned that it's not in here, but that the pension should be, and it's not. The only thing is the credit amount that you get for every 5 years, and that's about it. I have yet to find at the union meeting. It was mentioned that it was $14.91 for the health and $13.34 for the pension. But where's this stuff written? Where can we see this stuff? Should I just take their word for it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Every rank and file member should be able to see everything that we pay them to negotiate on our behalf. So, so what happened was shout out to my brother Troy Stewart, who was, trying to look this stuff over himself. And he was mentioning that the way he got to one of the numbers was he took, on page 5, you'll see the breakdown. You'll see the pension credit amount you get for the first 5 years, the next 5 years, the next 5 years, on and on and on. So he took the first number, the 152.75 on page 5 in your SPD, and he divided it into the 2080. So by doing that, you take the 2080 divided by the first number, 152.75, and you get $13.61 per hour. Now, is that the formula? I do not know. But that was what he was able to figure out. Shout out to him. And, just show us this stuff. I texted him 3 weeks ago almost 2 weeks ago about this, and still nothing. Still nothing. Paul, Chris, and Bob. Tell me what page it's on, and if it's not, then tell me it's not there, instead of having us look for it. Why is it so hard to respond? Either text it back or give us a call. Return a phone call. Something. But this is the nonsense that goes on here. That's why reform is needed. Reform is needed in the worst way. Because to me, our leadership, especially the top two, not saying the president and vice president, the top two is the president and the secretary. Those are the two leaders. Those who are the shot callers need to be removed, man. I do not respect them as leaders. I think our union is weak, and it is what it is. It is what it is. We had stronger leadership before them, but this is what we got. Maybe hopefully someday I'll get another 12 guys, and we'll see what happens in a couple of years from now, 2, 3 years from now, 6 years from now, 10 years from now. But reform is needed. Reform is needed. This is nonsense already. But as far as the contract, the master itself, the whole contract in a whole, I voted for the master because I definitely felt that the guys on 22-4, they were, they had no other choice. And they were, to get a full-time job. And this is the way they had to go. So they needed to be taken care of. And for me, that was really the main part. A lot of things that needed to be addressed that were not addressed, of course, were subcontracting, PVDs, MRA. For my part-timers out there who've reached out to me, the MRA stuff, I'm trying to wrap my head around it. You got to give me some time, but we're going to address those in time. 9-5 language. Guys feel, package card guys feel that you're just throwing money at these things. Grievances for harassment. There really was nothing, no teeth added to any of this stuff, just some limitations, and you're just throwing money. And everyone knows how UPS, they just want, they waste money like it's nothing, But then to give us raises is a problem, but they'll waste money on everything else. But please understand, this channel is going to do one thing and one thing only, and that is going to present you with the facts, how I received them, good or bad. That's it. Because, the 22-4 guys, they suffered because nobody stood up to Hoffa. Every local was complicit in allowing this stuff to pass through. Some weren't, which I don't know who they were, but our local definitely was. The same way they pushed this contract. Yes. They pushed the 2018 one, and we all saw how garbage that is. To the point that Zuckerman and O'Brien had to do everything they could to reverse, especially the 22-4 language. So those locals that want to take credit for this one, that were complicit and that were pushing Hoffa's agenda, I wouldn't brag. I wouldn't be trying to take any credit, neither our local. Okay, because everyone was complicit, everyone was enabling Hoffa, and at the end of the day, all they wanted to do was take care of their positions, their careers, and their friendships in the IBT. So that's another reason why people don't like my show, is because I won't stay silent on these things. Just like O'Brien stood up, and eventually he had a vision, and look at where he is now. You know what? I got a vision too, a vision for reform, and for people, wanting to stand up for what they believe in. Eventually, someday, this stuff will get, something has to give. Something has to give. The way business is done now cannot continue. We're no longer in the 80s anymore. So, for me, as far as the supplement, I didn't vote for the supplement. The supplement, it didn't deserve a no. But it didn't deserve my vote either. Because, seriously, what did we get out of it? I'm waiting for someone to still tell me what did we get. Okay? They'll say, oh, we got a sick day. Okay? 2 hours is what we got. Because the other 6 hours, they took away from us. They took away, we used to get 9 hours. We're only going to get 8. Okay? And they took those 6 hours from those other days. and compiled the sick day. And all the company showed them mercy and gave them 2 hours. While since the standard in our local is to compare ourselves to other locals, local 804, they got their guys 2 extra sick days, 16 hours, 8 hours each. They now have 8 hours, eight sick days, 8 sick days, while we have 7. Okay, and 6 of those hours out of the last 7 was already ours. So in reality, they only got us 2 hours, 2 hours, and I'm telling you, the only thing that I'm glad we got back was our $1.50. That should have never been an item to negotiate. That should have been given to us back. But of course, when you do the right thing, sometimes you're not doing the right thing. We did the right thing to help out the pension, to help some guys retire, boost up our pension, get it out of the red, and if it costed us losing something, then it wasn't the right thing. And 804 didn't do it. They didn't do it. So listen, at the end of the day, like I said, reform is needed. And that'll come, and who knows how long. 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, who knows. But at the end of the day, my summary, as far as our representation, they're all politicians, dude. They're all politicians. And we all know what politicians do. They shake hands, kiss babies, tell half-truths, lies, and they play both sides of the fence. At best and worst, they're just politicians. So their concern, instead of doing the right thing, is to, number one, worry about themselves, worry about their jobs, their careers, and instead of putting the rank and file first. I'll give you a perfect example. Though that PPP money that they got from the government, from the taxpayers, okay, that was meant for COVID, for companies who needed to make payroll in case, something went awry. Let's just say us, the rank and file, didn't get paid. We weren't able to work. Their salaries were secure because they got that money. $776,000. But nobody would have known about it. Their salaries would have been secure, but ours weren't. We had no idea. Thank God we were able to work. So not only did they get the money, we paid them also too. So what they did with that $776,000, God only knows. God only knows. But none of us would even know about this had no one looked at the financial reports that have to be posted every year by the government. And, at the end of the day, this is what it is. And listen, you guys don't have to believe me, but what you're not going to do is deny anything that I'm saying. Because there's nothing here that I'm saying that doesn't need to, that shouldn't be said. All this stuff needs to be pointed out. All of it. All of it. And, hopefully, during the next union meeting, we'll discuss some things. But, like I said, starting today, the 27th, we get our money. We have labor peace for now, for the next 5 years. And everyone, come to work. Let's continue to keep working so our pension can grow. And, we'll talk on the 17th of September. Hopefully everyone, try to show up, everyone. Ask your questions. And hopefully, that'll be it. But that's it for this show today. God bless you all. God bless America. God bless all my Team-Stirr brothers and sisters and all the working men and women out there trying to make, ends meet for their families. But God bless you all. Good night. Have a great rest of your day.